All right, Miles, let's talk about the Denver Broncos here for a little bit. This is a team that for most of the offseason was making all the news for all of the right reasons. Of course, bringing in Sean Payton was the big headlines, looking to restart this program that had a very rough 2022, put it mildly. And now we're past the draft. We're into mini camps. We're into OTAs. And this is the first chance to see what the Broncos 2023 campaign is going to look like. We get the vets, we get the rookies, and we've got one new Denver Bronco in particular that's already making a massive impact and impressing everyone already.
Yeah, Nick, I think this guy is going to be huge for the Denver Broncos. He was one of my favorite pickups in this past draft for them. I think he looks like a very, very good player, Nick. But nonetheless, the Broncos, a lot of good players, a lot of history here. So that's why the question for today's video, we got to ask Broncos fans in the comments below, who's your favorite running back in Denver Broncos history? There's a ton of good answers. So let us know in the comments below, who's your favorite Broncos running back of all time? And also make sure to stay tuned to the end of today's video to hear word from our partner, that is Neuro. They have a lot of incredible products to give you a quick and easy boost of energy. We love to take their mints or gum right before the show, keep us focused, keep us concentrated, give you the best Denver Broncos content that we can possibly give you. So make sure to stay tuned to the end of this video to hear more about Neuro and their products and to get your hands on our discount code. But Nick, nonetheless, let's get into it. Who is this mystery man that's been so good for the Broncos?
Yeah, so CBS Sports took some time and they went through every team's rookie minicamp, rookie OTAs, and regular OTAs, and every team, every rookie, and they said, okay, who's having the best start? Who's doing the best job out of all these guys? And one name, according to CBS Sports, has risen to the top as one of the premier guys already starting his NFL career. If you want to throw up the report, Miles, I will read from it. We're talking about, of course, Drew Sanders, linebacker of Arkansas, third-round draft choice by the Denver Broncos. Okay, from the report, the Broncos have what could be a top 5 defense, but they were missing that elite inside linebacker. Drew Sanders, maybe that guy, a 5-star prospect out of Texas. Sanders was a number 13 overall prospect in his entire class, according to 24/7 Sports. He committed to Alabama, won a championship as a reserve player, then transferred to Arkansas, where he thrived. As a third-round pick, many labeled Sanders as a steal. That's putting it mildly. I'll get into that in a second. And he has sure looked like a steal through the early stages of the preseason. Sanders made what many claim was the play of the day of Broncos rookie minicamp, when he picked off Ben DiNucci and returned it all the way for 6. He's been making big waves early. Drew is an unreal athlete, fellow Broncos rookie Marvin Mims said via SI.com. He looked like that since senior year in high school. I mean, the dude is unbelievable. All right, so Drew Sanders, I don't know how we missed this, Mike. So every time after the draft, we always like to go through all the draft picks every team makes, and we try and find the best steals, the best hidden gems. And Drew Sanders was a guy selected in the 3rd round that we should have picked up on. That's 100% honest, because this guy is an absolute hidden gem, perfect kind of steal. We love the guys that were great college players that were really productive, superstars, All-Americans, yet for whatever reason, they didn't test right or they didn't fit the right position. They fell out of the draft. This is a guy, Miles, I'll go through some of this for you. It is literally unbelievable. This guy was a first-team All-American. He's a first-team All-SEC and was a finalist for the Dick Butkus Award. That's the nation's top linebacker. He led his team in Arkansas with 103 tackles, 13.5 tackles for loss, and 9.5 sacks and 3 forced fumbles. So with all that in mind, you would have said that would have been a pretty good pick for the Broncos to get in the 1st round. But, oh, no, he fell to the 2nd round. They got lucky. They got the steal in the 2nd round. No, they got this guy in the 3rd round. That is an unbelievable amount of value to get a first-team All-American, All-SEC, elite-level product guy who, multiple schools, did Alabama, did Arkansas, so you mature. He's grown up. He's gone through the transfer process. So you got a guy who's ready to come in and contribute right away, and you got him in the 3rd round, and he's already making plays. Miles, I think the Broncos may have stumbled upon something extremely special here. I think Drew Sanders is going to be a beast for this team very early on in his career. Give me your thoughts on Sanders and the Broncos, Miles.
Yeah, Nick, I think this guy is going to be really good, and there's a lot of reasons too. First of all, they talk about at Alabama. That was probably his worst graded year per PFF. He got a 28.8, but that's because he was mainly being utilized as an edge defender. And that's not what he is. He's more of a true linebacker. Then we flip to 2021, bumps that grade up tremendously to a 62.7, while his last year at Arkansas, 2022, 79.2 grade, Nick. This guy has a good pass rush grade. He has a good run defensive grade. He has a good coverage grade as well. He is just a true hybrid linebacker. He can do all things. He is 70+ grade in all of those aspects, Nick. This guy seems like an absolute beast, and you're right. I don't know how we missed this guy, because if you look at his games, sometimes these PFF grades, there's like maybe a few middle tier games, lower games, and then one or two games they really just played great. high spikes that kind of bump their grade up a lot. No, Sanders averaged like a 60 to 70 in every single game this year. And he was an extremely consistent player. Very, very good all across the season from start to finish. Started strong against South Carolina, finished strong against Ole Miss. So this is very, very good for the Broncos. I think this guy is going to be an absolute stud. I think he's going to work his way in. He'll be like the next steel linebacker of the draft, like Malcolm Rodriguez from the Lions last year. But Nick, I'm really excited about this. I think this guy's going to be huge for the Denver Broncos.
And it's just the right positional fit. Because if you look at who they have to go up against in the AFC West, you're talking about Austin Eckler. You're talking about Josh Jacobs. You're talking any one of 8 running backs the Chiefs will use. You need quality linebackers to win those matchups. Because against those high-powered offenses, you're not going heavy box with safety help. Your linebackers have to win. So you need a guy who knows how to make plays, who knows how to be productive. Drew Sanders was that guy in college. He's already that guy in NFL so far through the preseason. I think the Broncos found a real special player here that'll really help them turn things around in the AFC West. All right, Miles, we would like to give a special thanks to our partner in today's video, Neuro.
That's right, Nick. And I want you to go with me on a journey really fast. I want you to imagine this. It's 4th and goal in the big game, Nick. Your team is relying on you to make the big-time game-winning play. I know you've been in this situation before, Nick. The stadium is roaring. The clock is ticking. The game is on the line. But if only in that moment you were able to have some Neuro gum. Neuro gum will help you stay concentrated, and it gives you a burst of energy without a nasty crash.
That's right, Miles. Neuro has thoughtfully curated ingredients and does endless lab testing, which means that you can reach the right state of mind safely and consistently. That's the most important part. It gives you a clean burst of energy and focus without the jitters of coffee or any of those other energy drinks.
That's right, Nick. And if you click our sponsor link in the description below, you can enjoy energy, calm, and focus whenever you need it.